You are frightening.
Oh,
When
harsh
shows
but
collide,
fair.
yeah.
Harsh but fair.
Very different hair.
Oh, I know, because Connie had the whole cancer story, so obviously, you know, the chemo, the hair fell out and stuff like that. So I now have to wear a wig. So I thought, oh, I'm free to just play
what you
with
like.
my hair.
I think it looks
do what I
lovely.
like. Well, I took my kind of advice from you, really, and just went au naturel with the
This is out of a
silver
bottle.
fox look.
This is out of a bottle. This is not my real kind.
No, he's got blacker hair than I have.
Yeah, my hair is black as a raven's wing. This comes out of a bottle. You get it in Boots, called Arctic Blonde.
Arctic Blonde,
Yeah.
is that what it is? Nice maiden.
What a brilliant idea. It's a great idea, but I would have thought that logistically it's a bit of a nightmare.
Oh, you wouldn't believe, because the shows, individually, the shows are so tightly scheduled. You think about it, on Casualty we have, you know, permanent characters in, I don't know, 16, 17 permanent characters, each of which have to be over 4 episodes. We shoot any 4 going at one time. So you can imagine scheduling just that one show. Then you have the fact that we're 4 months ahead, Holby's 3 months ahead. I mean...
Well, you guys are in London and Casualties in Cardiff.
The slight thing of, you come in the emergency department in Cardiff and go upstairs to Elstree. So it's quite a difficult thing to do, but it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant because there are defined fans of each show, and there are some that watch both of them. So to bring them together...
I bet your Twitter was having a lovely time.
Oh, it went berserk. because obviously you've got, you know, unusually you have 2 alpha females.
Yes.
And so pitching Connie and Jack against each other was...
Which is nice, because you're mates anyway, aren't you?
Really good. We used to live next door to each other, and we had a gate in our fence. So in the summertime, we'd open the gate and sit out in the garden. So,
have a little glass
so
of something.
completely opposite to Connie and Jack.
What I love as well is obviously you used to be in Holby.
Yeah.
So obviously for this sort of amalgamation to happen, was it really strange for you to think, I feel like I've gone back?
Well, it was going home. It was really going home, because that was the start of Connie, was at Holby. So cast and crew, there were still quite a few people there that... And it was, you know, it was a nightmare going on set, because, you know, at Elstree there's that really long corridor, and I'd be late for set all the time, because it was, you know, every 2 steps.
You need a golf buggy.
Stop and just saying hi to
Which is
everyone.
lovely. So there's a possibility it might happen again in the future.
You never know.
Never know.
You never know.
What's I mean, there is a comparison which we'll make in a moment between work life and what we're about to talk about now, which was a little bit astonishing when I read it this morning, because on a personal level, 2 weeks ago you visited Ghana for WaterAid. What is the connection between you and Ghana? My
paternal grandparents come from Ghana. We're originally from Ghana, and I'm very pale, very pale. But yeah, my father's parents came from Ghana.
And for you, this was an eye-opener. You were looking at the sanitation, the water.
To meet people like Joyce, who lived in a village. We were in the northeastern region, and then from our hotel we were travelling 2 hours further. So very much a place that's, you know, seemingly forgotten by everyone. She was a seamstress. She was spending almost all her time going to this one water source. There was one source pump for clean water for the entire village.
For everyone.
For everyone. And she's a seamstress. She couldn't make things like this. This isn't hers, but this is, you know, the type of thing that she was making. She can't get on and do that because she's spending all her time trying to get this water.
Was it Joyce that said to you, when you said, you know, what's the one thing in your life that you would love? She said a tap.
A tap. I said to her, what would be your dream? And her dream was a tap. And that was the thing that really brought it home for me, that this is a ridiculous situation that could easily be changed. And this was the story for most of the people, for the health centres.
Well, you visited health centres out there, and one thing that really struck me when I was reading about this morning is that you turned round and said, we've got better stuff on the set of Casualty than they have in these real health centres, and obviously Casualty is an artificial set.
Yeah, it was, and that's what I was saying, it was heartbreaking to see that. But really heartwarming to meet people like Faustina, who worked in this particular health centre, who would go in early. She would go and gather the water herself and clean and do things. She was a midwife, and one of the pregnant ladies came in and Faustina started talking. She said, "No, I don't want to talk to the cleaner. I want to see the midwife." And she said, "I am the midwife." And she was frustrated at having to spend all her time gathering water when she wanted to provide, you know, really good health care for these...
The question has to be asked. Last week, Stacey Dooley got battered for making a film for comic relief. And David Lammy, the MP, said that it was a tired and unhelpful stereotype for a white person to go and to make that sort of film, that sort of appeal. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think there was... I think it's really good, particularly with WaterAid. I know they're always keen to debate any issue that comes up, and they're really keen on looking at that. I think it was quite crass in the way he said it, but what he was saying, I think there is a point, and it's definitely worth looking at. But, you know, I believe Stacey Dooley was doing, as I was doing, which is just being a conduit. Everyone I met, I said, please just tell me your story so that I can go to the UK and share that. I have never at any point said, I'm here to do that, or come to the UK and said, look what I am doing. It's always been as a conduit to share. As you know, it's literally just a platform, because otherwise, even within, that's what I was saying, we were in the northeastern region, really, really quite far out, seemingly forgotten within Ghana. So
but the argument is that it should a white woman go over there and say, oh, well, it's such a shame that you know water's not right. You know, let me go back and let me encourage.
But no one, I'm not saying let me go and do. I'm never saying.
You're just highlighting the problem that's going on.
I'm just using my position as someone you would have on the show to highlight Faustina's story, Joyce's story. I'm not at any point saying this is me. Well, and WaterAid work, the majority of their work is done by local people native to whatever country that
we will, because the one thing that you do achieve when you do something like this is you raise awareness. You've been able to talk about it, and we'll put all the details on our website, Amanda. And it's lovely to see you.
Lovely.
Thank you very much indeed for coming in. Final question: Strictly, would you do it?
I love Strictly.
Would you do it?
Maybe.
It's only next door, isn't it? You know, you could come down from Casualty, pop into Holby.
It's the only... MasterChef and Strictly are the only ones I watch.
Dun, dun, dun. Strictly, you're welcome. I take it you can't skate.
I used to be an ice skater.
Oh, scrub Strictly. We have things
Strictly.
We have things to talk about.
I used to be an ice skater.
Did you?
Yes. I mean, 0.5 of a mark off being junior champion.
Would you do it?
No, that wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair, would it?
Forget about them. You think about yourself, love. Don't worry about that lot.
Dancing on ice? You're welcome. Well, thank you very much.
All right,
Thanks for that.